Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive with us today.
Glad to be here.
Today we're diving into the idea of being still
Oh, yeah.
from a Christian perspective, of course, and we're going to
Yeah.
be looking at what that means, especially when life is throwing you curveballs,
Right.
and how that can actually be a source of strength.
Yes.
We're going to be using a few different sources today. We've got some stuff from the Ursuline Sisters of Louisville's website,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be looking at a YouTube video called Grace for Purpose Prayers.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to kind of round things out, we'll be talking a little bit about Dietrich Haddon's song Stand Still.
Awesome.
So hopefully by looking at all these different things, we'll really be able to kind of unpack what this whole idea of being still really means.
Yeah, and how we can apply it to our lives.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to actually live it out,
Right.
especially in the midst of all the craziness that's going on in the world today.
For sure. For sure.
So I'm excited to dive in.
Me too. Me too. So to get started, the Ursuline Sisters have this really beautiful reflection on Psalm 46.10.
Okay.
The verse that says, "Be still and know that I am God."
Yes.
And it's really striking because it comes in the middle of a psalm that's depicting all this like warfare and turmoil.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's this like beacon of peace
Right.
right in the middle of all this chaos and craziness.
It's a powerful contrast for sure.
Yeah.
Like you've got mountains quaking and waters roaring and nations raging, and then boom, this command to just be still.
Right.
It's like God saying, hey, in the midst of all this chaos, I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still in control.
It's almost like God hitting the pause button,
Yes.
and it's like we don't have to fix everything ourselves.
That's a hard one to let go of.
It is.
We like to be in control.
We do. We want to fix everything.
But sometimes the best thing we can do is just surrender and let God handle it.
Right. And that's really what this verse is calling us to do.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that we're not ultimately in control.
Yeah, that's a huge lesson to learn.
Yeah.
And it's not always an easy one.
No, it's not.
But it's so freeing when we finally surrender.
It is. It is. And, the Ursuline Sisters, they actually point out that the Hebrew word for be still,
Okay.
it can also be translated as cease striving,
Interesting.
which I think really emphasizes that idea of surrendering control.
Yeah, like stop fighting. Stop trying to do it all yourself.
Yeah.
Just let go and let God be God.
Right.
It's about trusting that He knows what's best for us even when we don't.
And it's about remembering that even when our lives feel like they're falling apart, God's presence is that one constant we can rely on.
Absolutely. God is our rock, our fortress,
Right.
our ever-present help in times of trouble.
Yeah. And the Ursuline Sisters, they break this verse down even further.
Okay.
And they kind of point out the different layers of meaning that are packed into it.
Okay.
So they point out that be still and know that I am. That's God declaring his eternal presence and his unwavering dependability.
Yeah, like He's saying, I am here. I've always been here, and I always will be here. You can count on me. You can rely on me.
And that ties back, to Exodus.
Yeah.
I think it's chapter 3, verse 14,
Mm.
when God reveals himself to Moses as I am.
Yes, exactly.
And it's that same idea,
Yeah.
that no matter what storms we face in life,
Yeah.
God's presence is that unshakable foundation.
Yeah. We don't have to be afraid because we know that God is with us.
Right.
He's got us.
And then the Ursuline Sisters point out that be still and know.
Yeah.
It points to all these different attributes of God.
Okay.
His infinite love, his unwavering faithfulness, his boundless power,
Mhm.
and how we have every reason to trust in him.
And how we don't have to understand everything. We
Right.
just have to trust that He's working everything out for our good.
Even when we can't see it.
Yeah.
Right. And then finally they get to the heart of it, be still.
Ah.
Just those two little words, but they carry so much weight.
Especially in our world today.
Especially in our world today where it's go, go, go all the time.
Right.
It's like we're constantly bombarded with information and stimulation. And it's so easy to get caught up in the busyness of it all.
And forget to just be still.
And forget to just be still.
And listen to God.
To God.
It's like we're so busy talking.
that we forget to listen.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the things that the Ursuline Sisters, they quote Sarah Joyce Rupp on their website.
Okay.
And she says that stillness is not a luxury. It's a necessity for the soul.
I love that quote.
It is a great quote, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's so true. We need stillness
We do.
to connect with God.
To connect with God, to connect with
To
ourselves.
recharge.
To recharge, yeah.
To just be.
To just be, yeah. It's so important, and it's something that we often neglect.
Yeah. We tend to think of it as something we'll do when we have time.
All right, when we have time.
But we need to make time for it.
We need to make time for it.
Because it's essential for our well-being. Absolutely.
It's essential for our spiritual health.
It's like creating space, for God to speak.
Right.
And for us to listen.
To listen with our whole being.
Yeah.
Not just our ears, but our hearts and our minds.
Exactly.
It's about being fully present with God.
Yeah, and I think that's something that we'll continue to explore as we look at these other sources.
Definitely.
But I think it's a really important foundation to lay.
Absolutely.
This idea that stillness is not just something that's nice to have.
Right.
It's something that's essential.
It's essential for our spiritual growth.
Yeah.
And for our relationship with God.
Yeah.
So let's dive into that YouTube video you mentioned.
Okay, yeah, so the Grace for Purpose prayers video, it really dives into the practical side of this.
Okay, I like that.
It's all about surrendering worry and fighting and resistance.
Yeah.
And instead yielding and listening to God. It's really about letting go of our need to control everything.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It is, but it's so important.
It is.
Because when we try to control everything, we end up exhausted and frustrated.
Right.
And we miss out on the peace and joy that comes from surrendering to God.
And one of the things that I love about this video is that it actually challenges the viewer.
Oh, really? How so?
It asks, how can you stop everything and focus on God?
Wow. That's a powerful question.
It is. It is. And it really makes you think.
Yeah, it makes you stop and evaluate your own life.
Right. What are those things that are constantly demanding my attention?
Right.
And am I making time for God?
Am I prioritizing my relationship with him?
Right. And, the video emphasizes that spending time in God's presence is transformative.
It is. It really is.
It's not just about quieting our minds for a few minutes each day.
Right.
It's about allowing God to mold us into the people he created us to be.
Yeah, it's about seeking that deep connection with him.
Right.
Through prayer, through meditation, through reading scripture, or even just spending time in nature and appreciating his creation. It's about being intentional about cultivating our relationship with God.
Absolutely.
And the video also acknowledges that life is full of anxieties and uncertainties.
Yeah, it doesn't shy away from that.
No, it doesn't.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, me too.
But instead of, kind of dwelling on those anxieties and uncertainties,
right,
it points to Isaiah 45:2-7.
Okay.
As a source of hope and encouragement.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is. And it really highlights God's power and sovereignty.
Yes. It's a reminder that we don't have to face life's challenges alone.
Right.
God is with us every step of the way.
And that he has a plan for us.
Even when we can't see it.
Even when we can't see it.
And that passage, it paints this beautiful picture of God going before us.
Yeah.
Making even crooked paths straight. Giving us hidden treasures.
Right.
Calling us by name even when we didn't know him.
Yeah.
It's just a powerful reminder of his love and his faithfulness.
And that even when things seem like they're falling apart, he's still in control.
Absolutely. He's working everything out for our good.
And that knowing that can bring so much peace.
It can.
It can help alleviate those anxieties.
It's like a weight lifted off our shoulders.
Right.
When we realize that we don't have to carry the burden alone.
And that our strength ultimately comes from God.
Yes, exactly.
Not from our own efforts.
Our own efforts will only take us so far.
Right.
But God's strength is limitless.
It is, yeah. And, this whole idea of God working behind the scenes, even when we can't see it. It's something that's also beautifully echoed in Dietrich Haddon's song, Stand Still.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
It's so powerful.
It is, and the central message is that when troubles come our way, and they inevitably will, the battle belongs to the Lord.
Right, not to us.
Not to us.
We're called to stand still and trust in him.
Yes. And it's like the song is taking Psalm 46.
Okay.
And putting it to music.
I love that.
Yeah, there are even lyrics that directly mirror the psalm.
Oh, really? Like what?
Like, there is trouble. On every side your enemy is down for you, but you got to stand still.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is. It's so powerful.
It gives me chills just thinking about it.
Yeah, and it's this call to just surrender our worries and anxieties to God.
Yes.
And to trust that he's fighting for us, even when we can't see it.
And that he's already won the victory.
Yes.
We just have to stand still and let him fight for us.
And it's a reminder that we don't have to have all the answers.
Right.
That we don't have to figure everything out on our own.
We can rest in the knowledge that God is in control.
Right.
And he's working everything out for our good.
and that he has a plan for our lives.
Even if it's not the plan we had in mind.
Even if it's not the plan we had in mind exactly.
And sometimes his plan is so much better than anything we could have ever imagined.
It is. It is. And, that's something that I think is really hard for us to grasp sometimes.
It is, because we like to be in control.
We do.
We like to know what's going to happen next. But God is calling us to let go of that control.
Right.
And to trust in him.
And that's a journey,
It is.
It's not something that happens overnight.
Right.
It's something that we have to practice
every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll mess up.
We will.
We'll fall back into old patterns.
We'll try to take control again.
But the key is to keep coming back to God.
Right.
To keep surrendering to him.
And to keep trusting in him.
Exactly.
And that leads us to a really important question. Why should we even care about being still?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, what's in it for us?
That's the benefit.
Yeah.
Well, as we've seen in these sources, finding stillness allows us to tap into a deeper level of peace and guidance.
Yeah.
It allows us to connect with God, to experience his presence.
Right.
And to draw strength and wisdom from him.
It's about letting go of those anxieties and fears.
Right.
And surrendering them to the one who is bigger than any problem we face.
To the one who holds the whole world in his hands.
Yes. And who loves us more than we can possibly imagine.
And it's about finding that peace and strength in his presence.
Yes.
No matter what circumstances we face.
It's about knowing that no matter what happens, God is with us.
He is.
And he will never leave us or forsake us.
And that is a powerful truth to cling to.
It is.
In the midst of all the chaos and uncertainty of life.
It's our anchor.
It is our anchor.
Yeah, it's what keeps us grounded.
Absolutely. And so, I think as we continue to explore this idea of being still, it's important to keep that in mind, that this is not just some kind of like abstract concept.
Right.
This is something that can have a real and tangible impact on our lives.
Absolutely.
It can bring us peace. It can bring us strength. It can bring us guidance.
It can transform us from the inside out.
And it can help us to navigate the challenges of life.
With grace and confidence.
Yeah.
Knowing that we're not alone.
That we're not alone, exactly.
That God is with us every step of the way.
So before we move on, I want to hear from you.
Okay.
What stands out to you most about this idea of being still? What resonates with your own life experiences?
I think for me, it's the reminder that God is in control, that I don't have to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders, that I can surrender my worries and anxieties to him, and that he will take care of me.
And that he has a plan.
Yes.
Even when we can't see it.
Even when it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He's still working everything out for our good.
And that's a comforting thought.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is.
Especially when we're going through tough times.
Absolutely.
So how about you?
Well, I think for me, what really stands out is this idea of stillness as a necessity, not a luxury.
Yeah.
We often think of stillness as something we do when we have time.
Right.
Or when we're on vacation.
Yeah, like a treat.
Right. But it's not a treat. It's essential.
It is.
It's like food or water.
Yeah.
We need it to survive.
To thrive.
To thrive, yeah.
And, I think that's a really important distinction to make.
It is.
Because it changes our whole perspective on stillness.
Exactly.
It's not something that we should feel guilty about.
No.
Or that we should put off until later.
It's something we need to prioritize.
We need to make time for it.
Every day.
Every day, yeah.
Even if it's just for a few minutes.
Right.
Those few minutes can make a world of difference.
They can, yeah.
They can help us to reconnect with God.
Mm-hmm.
To recharge our batteries.
Yeah.
And to face the challenges of life with renewed strength and purpose.
Absolutely.
So I encourage everyone listening to make time for stillness today.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Find a quiet spot.
Close your eyes.
Take a few deep breaths.
And just be present with God.
And listen for his voice.
He's speaking to you.
He is.
All the time.
All the time, yeah.
We just need to be still and listen.
That's a great place to leave it for this part of our deep dive, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about this.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, me too.
It's been a great conversation so far.
It has, it has. And we'll see you back here soon for part 2.
Awesome.
Okay.
See you then.
Bye.